Hi, it's Jared from Strong Roots Farm. I had a question about this chicken tractor. I just posted a video a couple days ago. So I was asked how we move it. They want to see how we move it, how easy it is, and all of those. So that's coming up right next.
I'm Jared McGinnis, and this is a story of my family and our farm. About a year ago, we purchased a small rundown farm and began working to transform it into a local, sustainable food source for our community. Please subscribe and come with us on this journey of faith, family, and healthy food. We are Strong Roots Farm.
Okay, so of course, I've got the bell waters in here like I mentioned in my last video. If you had the bucket in the back, you wouldn't have to take any waters out. John Siskovich also has hanging feeders, so he never actually has to go into this thing to move the feeders. So I'm going to step in, I'll take out the feeders in the water, I'll set them on the ground, I'll walk back, add the wheels to the chicken tractor, pull it forward, let the wheels down, put the feeders and waters back in, and you'll see all that in real time. That way you can see how long it actually takes to move. It's coming up. All right, so there you have it. That's a complete move. So let's go through this. It took 1 minute and 36 seconds. So depending on how close the proximity your water is, or your water source, whether you have a water trailer that you're moving or whether you're carrying buckets or if you can drag a hose to these coops, it's going to determine the amount of time per day. So let's just call it 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to move. Salatin on his farm does time evaluations and time studies, all part of lean farming, lean manufacturing, spaghetti charts and time studies, all those things. He uses 6 minutes. So I'm at 2 minutes, so I'm 33% of the time, that it takes him. I only move 30 birds though, he moves 75. So I'm about 70% of his time. So I take 30% less time than he does to move 75 birds. If you average it out, if you did 100 or something, or 300. So let's just look at this for you though. If you want to be profitable, so it takes me 2 minutes a day, times 7 days a week, times 8 weeks. If you average that out, it's like 2.6 hours or something close to that. Okay, I don't know the exact math in my head here. So let's just say 2.6 hours, so let's round it to 3 hours of time I'm gonna spend with these birds moving these coops. Then I have a 5-hour day when I butcher. So I have to load them up, have to haul them an hour away. We butcher them, so that takes another hour and a half or so. However long it would take them, and then I drive back with the meat and I have to put it in my freezer. That's not counting the selling of the birds, where I have to take them to deliver them if we do that, whatever it would be. So you have to add all that time in. But let's just say I have 8 hours in them. It takes me $12 to $13 to raise a broiler out in 8 weeks. So not these laying hens. It takes me that $12 or $13 depending on the amount of food they eat, depending on the time of year and the weather. Depending on the amount of moves, I might have to take them another 3 or 4 days extra longer, depending on the sunlight. But we're going to raise hopefully a 7 to 8 pound bird, not a little 4-pound bird like you typically see. We want to raise a bigger bird that'll feed a big family and have leftovers. So here I am, I'm going to sell this, let's call it a 7-pound bird. I'm hoping to make $3 to $4 profit per bird. Okay, so let's say I have $12 to $13 in it and I sell these things for $16 to $18 and I make somewhere in there, I make a $4 profit. It's not exactly $4. I've now spent 8 hours of my time harvesting these birds or moving these birds or caring for these birds, and that's if I don't have any loss. So I've made $120. Let's just say over the 30 birds, I make $4, $120. I spent $20 in fuel to haul them there. Now I'm down to $100. So then I take that $100 and divide it by my 8 hours. I've now made $12.50 an hour. That's pretty low. If you can span that time out, that time of hauling them to the butcher and the time of those things out to a larger number of birds though, that hourly rate can increase. And the faster you can have a move can increase. And if your market is better and people are willing to pay more for a locally raised bird for what they're getting and the way we're raising them, that profit can increase. You can work your way up to $20, $25 an hour. That won't happen with me because of the size that I'm moving and those kind of things. And we're doing it, one, for the land. We're harvesting the nitrogen there as I move it across. Two, we're doing it for our own layers. So I'll use this same chicken tractor several times. And I forgot to mention that $100 only pays for the chicken tractor once. So you have to raise a whole batch one time in the chicken tractor just to pay for the chicken tractor. So you can see over time, this is not a money-making scheme. This isn't quick and easy money, but it is a good way for you to bring low-priced chicken at a high-quality rate into your family's house for that 30-bird ratio, okay? So if you did a couple times a year and maybe you split it with a couple neighbors and you wanted 15 3 times a year and you could sell the other 15 to some neighbors and make back some of that for your family, then you could have a $10 or $12 bird in your freezer at a high-quality level bird for a good price, all done with this chicken tractor. You can see how easy it is. You see the time study, you see all those things. So I hope this helps you, Brent. Appreciate the comment, appreciate the questions. So I like this design. This is the design I will stick with. I'm not against the Salatin design we've just talked about. I don't like climbing in and out of them as much. So all those things need to be looked into, what you're going to do though if you're planning on trying to raise these for money and where you're going to from there. I know other people's markets, they bring a higher price than they do here, in Southern Ohio. We're in farm country and it's not the highest market, but there are a lot of people concerned about it and they are willing to pay a premium price, but I'm still competitive with the grocery stores, so per pound. So hopefully that helps you. Appreciate you guys watching.
As always, thanks for watching. Tell your mama and them. Subscribe and comment to continue with us on this journey. And don't forget to check out Noah Smith at noahsmithmusic.com.